Hello, guys. Can you hear me? If you can, please, you can drop your names, say hi in the comment section, and if you are in the WhatsApp group, please do not forget to tell your colleagues that I am right here, and I'm going to be starting the session pretty soon. So if you like to join me live, I don't want to be here alone. If you want to join me live, please, I'm going to be dropping the link for you to join me live. I can only take 10 people, I think, or thereabout on this very platform. So just check the comment section now and you are going to join me live. Again, if you're just joining, thank you so much for joining. Make sure, please, am I clear? Can you hear me? I would love to know if you can hear me. I'm really like shouting now, but I want to know if you can hear me. Mic clear enough? We're actually live now, so we have 26 people watching us, but we need to increase the number. We have over 7 groups or WhatsApp groups, and everyone said that we're going to learn how data analytics works. So we are here to tell you how it works so that you can choose whether it is something you want to do or if it's something else you want to do or try. Okay? All right, Chiamaka say we can hear you. Good, great, great, great. So I'm gonna drop the link in the comment section here if you want to join me live. So I'm gonna pick only the first 10 people because I don't want the whole place to be rowdy. I'm still attending to my health and stuff. So join us, join me live with this link. Okay, so I've dropped it. Can see it right there. I'm gonna put you on the screen so you could see it, right? So yeah, thank you. 43 people now. Please, if you want others, your colleagues to join, just go right ahead and put up something like, we are live, guys. Come up, join us, and stuff like that. Okay. So I'll wait for like oh, we are already 6 minutes behind schedule. I really love to be on time, guys. I would love to start this in maybe 2 minutes. I don't know, but just because we're starting off, subsequently my classes right on time, guys. Right on time we start, so we don't disrespect those who are attending to you and your classmates who came early. So I'm yet to see anyone join. This is it right there on the screen. I think the link is in the comment section. Just click on it and join. Okay, I would wait to see 1 or 2 persons join while I put up my slides, Microsoft Excel. So we will be looking at what is data analytics. What is the growth like of the data analyst? Okay, we'll look at all that and where do you fit in? Okay, we'll also look at all that as well, and then we'll look at Microsoft Excel. Okay. All right, I see my first person here is Labo Juliet and Glory. Okay, let me put you guys up. Okay, can you hear me? Juliet, I can see your forehead, but not your neck and the rest of. Good, good, better now. How are you? Can you hear me? Make sure that your background is not noisy. Okay, make sure it's not noisy. You don't have a not a you don't have kids or a loud fan, a husband, a
Yes, sir.
partner, a dog, all those groups of noisy people. Um, okay, I'm going to add this person, this person, and this person. Let me
I don't
see.
have light actually. Good evening.
Okay, if you make a noise, I'm going to throw you out because, okay. Um, Joseph Ibrahim. Okay, I think that noise was from you, Joseph. I had to take you out. Um, all right, and then let's see Godwin and Fun James. Some people are trying to join, but their network is not strong. Uh, okay, if you are here, can you just unmute and tell me you're here? If you are here, just unmute and say hi.
I'm here.
Tell me your name.
Hi.
Okay, hi. Do you have a name? Hi.
Hello, hi.
Okay.
Evening.
Hello, my name is Augustine. Hi.
All right, Dawson. Good to see you.
Oh, okay.
Hello, my name is Godwin.
Okay. What? Godwin?
Godwin, not Godwin. Godwin.
Okay, God won.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
interesting.
Hello,
Hi,
my name is
hi, my name is Joy Afia.
Okay. I hope all of you are not robots, huh? You're not bots sent to check me out because I'm only seeing what's his name? I'm only seeing James. Only James' video is on, and who else? Joy. That looks like Joy. Is that your face?
That was my face.
Okay. Okay. Um. All right. So the reason why you're all here is very clear, very simple. I would love that when I'm asking a question, you respond to me, okay? So that I don't feel too lonely here. And if you have any question, you would also ask the question. And also check the comment section for your classmates and let me know if there's any question I need to attend to. Is that a deal?
yeah,
Oh,
it's a
that's a
deal.
problem. I want
Yes,
some interaction. Is that a deal? Are we on the same
are we
page?
on the same page?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it's
We
we're
a
are
on the
good
deal.
to
same
go.
All right, awesome. Okay, so let me give me a sec, let me put
Right.
up my notes. So let's start from the rest, all of you listening here. We're going to start from George. Sorry, we have Glory, we have Augustine, we have Tessie, Alex, we have Joy, we have God One, we have James, we have Will Tech. Those are the people I have up here. And I need to ask all of you a question. Daniel asks, is this class recorded? Yes, of course it's recorded. I'm going to ask each of you a question, and the question is simple. Okay. What do you think data analytics is all about? That's the question. What do you think data analytics is all about? If you want to put on your video, mute yourself and answer. By the way, guys, this is the only opportunity I have to get to know some of you. And knowledge of my students is very, very important. Knowledge of my student is very, very important. Okay. Finally, good to see Joy's face. She's cleaning her eyes because she's tired and all that. I hope none of you is sitting on your bed or listening. Please, when I have classes like this, try to leave your bed. I see you right there listening to me. You are sitting on your bed. You dey wear wrapper. My sister in Christ, my brother. Go and wear your boxer or shorts. Stand up and sit down and attend a class proper. Have your notes, have your book and pen and pencil or whatever. Have your laptop with you because we're going to be practicing some stuff today. Okay? And stand up, stand up. This is serious. This is serious. So who's going to start? Glory, let's start from you.
Okay, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Okay? Can you be a
Can you
little
hear
bit
me?
louder, Glory?
Okay, good evening, sir.
Glory, where are
Hello,
you
can you
sitting?
hear me?
I can hear you. Where are you sitting?
I'm actually standing.
Okay, okay. Can you find a place to sit down? The standing is taking your breath away.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yeah, just sit down and relax for class, okay? And then go ahead.
Okay. Um, for me, I see data analysis as the collection of data, interpretation of that data, and the usage of data, getting information and making use of the necessary information gotten from the data interpretation and carrying
Okay,
out for life activities.
okay. So I get you. Thank you very much. Let's get someone else. Augustine, sorry.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Uh, I just feel data analysis is all about the interpretation of different informations about a particular concept to arrive at to answer questions around what the data is all about. Um, Not too sure, but I feel it's just analyzing different parts of data to arrive at an answer that answers a particular question.
Okay, all right, well done. I heard you. Thank you. Okay, who else? Who else, please? Come on, guys. I need us to interact here, please. I'm also looking at the comments. This is really interesting. I'm going to be reading out some of them shortly. So we have two people who have spoken, and let's hear from you, Tessie, Alex, and then at Udara, and then Daniel, and then Global and Kelechi. Let's hear from you guys. What do you think?
Good evening, everyone. For me, I think data analysis is the process of cleaning, getting data, and then cleaning data. To just like it's just getting data, cleaning data, and then just make it readable and understandable for others that you know something like that along the line.
Okay, process of getting data, cleaning data. Awesome. Who else, please? The next
Okay, good
person.
evening,
Thank you.
everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, to me, data analysis is a process of working with data, and before you work with it, you have to collect the data, you assess it, you refine it, and the end result will be used to make any useful information in an organization or somewhere. So that's what I think. Do you hear what I said?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I said data analysis is a process of working with data. Before you can work with any data, you have to collect it, you have to analyze it, you also have to model it, you have to like it has to undergo some processes before it is used in making some informed decisions in an organization. So the process this thing goes through, it's the data analysis, the collection process, refining process, and before it becomes useful, the processes incurred is the data analysis. Well, I'm done speaking. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead. Oh, you don't speak him. Sorry, I missed that. Next person,
Yeah.
please. I see a comment from God One that data analysis is a process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data to gain insights, make predictions, and drive informed decision making. Awesome. So I'm going to just put the rest of what we have on the screen just for everyone who contributed to see what they're doing. So thank you. We have something from Marvelous. Marvelous said data analysis is about bringing out information or making inferences from a set of data. We have Winnie. Thank you, Marvelous. We have Winnie is the process of analyzing raw data to draw out meaningful, actionable insight, which are then used to inform and drive smart business decisions. We have one from Jacobson. Here is the process of examining data sets to conclude about the information they contain. It involves using techniques, tools, and methods to identify patterns, trends, and correlations within the data. We have, okay, got one out. I've already read that out. We have Ishola. Yeah, I heard his name yesterday. Ishola, how are you? I'm beginning to know some of you. I heard Ishola yesterday. He was the person that got something clear about what was the question you were asked yesterday? Madam Chidima asked you guys some questions. And Shola said data analytics are processing data set with the intention of drawing inferences from them. We have Dollar is a collection transformation organization of those facts to draw conclusions, make predictions, and drive informed decisions. So I'm not going to read the rest. I'm just going to just put them on the screen so that everyone can see. And I hope you are paying attention. You can see that there are some patterns to these responses, right? You see, everyone seems to be saying is a process of collection, a process of examining, process of transforming, process of something. It's always a process. Did you see that pattern in most of the definitions? Guys, are we here? Did you see the pattern?
Yes.
Okay. Joy, I've not heard from you. What do you think data analytics is all about?
I spoke earlier. I spoke before you rounded up the session and decided to share the chat.
Oh, okay, okay.
I said that.
All right.
Okay. But I can still say anything if you want, if you don't mind.
Just in a word or two, what do you think data analytics is all about?
It's about working with data, so as to be able to make informed decisions. And the working has to do with processes. The process will include the collection, analyzing, organizing, before it's something meaningful and used in decision making.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So I'm gonna be sharing my screen shortly. Just give me a sec. Okay, while I try to share that, I notice I've not introduced myself, but just to hasten time, I'm just going to drop a link to my LinkedIn profile in the comment section so that we can keep in touch there. My name is David Francis Effiong. That's my full name everywhere. I'm a senior data analyst with the Lansing Community Center in the United States. I'm also working remotely with three companies, one in Amsterdam. You will read more about my profile on LinkedIn. So I've dropped my LinkedIn right there. It's on the screen. I'm also a Microsoft certified data analyst. So I'm really certified to teach. I'm really certified to teach you guys. That's what it means. And remember when I wrote my first exams, I failed. I failed beautifully. I failed by the help of God. I failed and I did not die. I didn't pass through, like I didn't pass the first exams. I had to sit down and teach myself again the basic things that I needed to teach myself in as a Power BI developer. And when I wrote the exams, this exam is very expensive, at least to my level then it was. So I imagine writing the exams for a second time, but I passed, right? I paid and I passed because I had a mentor and became a Microsoft certified trainer. I've traveled to a ton of places, and what else should you know about me? Well, basically that's it. I'm really confused on how to introduce myself, guys. It's not my talent. Most times people just talk about me when I'm on stage or stuff. I don't really have the skills to introduce myself. That's why I dropped my link in the comment section. I've gone to I've been in different institutions in Nigeria, in the UK, in the US, and in Ireland. I studied in the Institute of Development Studies, and where else? I also studied in Michigan State University. I studied in the University of Jos, Nigeria. Michigan is in the US. I studied in Ireland. Actually presently I'm doing a master's in the US. I started last year, I think, and this year I'm starting another master's in software engineering. Anyway, that's just a little bit, not too serious. That's just a little bit about me, and I feel that you should get to know you should get to know that I'm qualified to teach you this. I'm qualified to teach you. I'm also having you at the back of. I'm also having you at the back of my mind to help you succeed. So everything I'm going to be sharing you is with you rather. It's not going to be stories of someone who has learned something from the internet and feels okay. I have the qualifications. You know, people do that, right? They just go to YouTube and learn. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying there's a difference between when someone is teaching you from his wealth of experience working in the field, and when you have someone teaching you from you just learned it somewhere. You don't have a mentor, there's no experience, you don't have a job, something like that. So every single person that is going to be teaching you right here in the health tech is they're already working in real time as a data analyst. I hope that's clear. Was I loud enough? Hello, my people online, you guys are the only ones that are supposed to be answering me because others cannot hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you loud and
Yeah, I
clear.
can hear you. It was clear enough.
Okay, okay. So I'm trying to put up my white screen so that I can talk to you guys about the process of being a data analyst, the process I took myself, and what I'm understanding right now as a data analyst. Analyst is no longer in vogue, is oversaturated. I'm serious. In fact, before I even start, let me ask you guys here, what are the things you've heard about data analytics so far? What are the concerns you think that it's going to affect you becoming a data analyst so that I can address them immediately? So anyone can come up and talk. What are the concerns? What are the fears you think people have about becoming a data analyst? So that we
Okay,
clear those
Ali.
cobwebs, right? Yeah.
Okay. From what I've watched on YouTube and I've been informed about, so it's not really a big deal. So I'm not really good in
Mm.
math, but I I was able to sell to school. So I'm not. I don't think it's really a big deal. So I was told that I need to have a little bit knowledge of basic of mathematics, and I need to understand how to go about Microsoft Excel and all that. So, and I'm not good at all those things, but I am ready to learn.
Okay. Okay. All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Any other person going to respond to that shortly? Any other person, please? What are the fears you have
Yeah,
about becoming a data analyst?
yeah. Good evening. Okay.
Yeah.
My fears from experience, my past attempt to learning data analytics was the ineffectiveness of the facilitators to actually bring me to understand how to use Power BI and Tableau effectively, the formulas and codes that are involved. So those things sometimes tend to make me get lost or confused and get me scared about moving deeper. But yet I still have resolve to getting to learn that, and that is the reason why I'm also enrolling for this course again. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Awesome. It's good to know all this. Who else, please?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good evening, sir. Uh,
Good
um,
evening.
I read something somewhere online, and then it was about data analytics being congested and AI taking over data analysis. That what are those things that you can just do with Excel that AI can actually put on those things and then do them in seconds for you. So that was one of the challenges I was kind of facing.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Those are all valid concerns. Who else, please?
How far
Who
now?
else?
Yes? No.
I hope everyone is here. I can see someone asking another person, Alpha. Okay, so yeah, just open my whiteboard now. All right, so I'm going to look at the comment section. I'm going to put up the concerns we have in the comment section. And please pay attention to how I address this. I'm going to be as honest as possible. How is it that there are still some data analysts who are working, right? How is it that someone like me is still working, right? There's a reason why I'm trying to have degrees in information technology and software engineering is because of clearly AI, right? I want to be the thing you should know about the tech ecosystem is the fact that you need to be constantly learning. You need to be constantly learning. You need to be constantly collaborating with people who know even better than you. In the place where I work at the moment, I'm working with a lot of software engineers, people who use machine learning almost all the time. Our products are out there in the market, and as much as my job as a data analyst is very, very important, I also feel that understanding the process of software is also very, very critical. And I can tell you clearly that data analysts, just like what Madam Chidima said yesterday, are not going away so soon. But guess what? The data analysts that are going to go away so soon are the ones that do not know how to leverage artificial intelligence to actually grow their services or grow their outcomes or improve their outcomes. I hope you are getting me. I give you an example. In Microsoft Excel, let me just share my screen and show you something briefly. Share screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Those of you who are watching me
Not saying
or
it.
listening. Okay. Let me just wait for a few more minutes before I share my screen. Okay, let me know if you can you see my screen.
Yes.
No.
Yes, yes, we can
Yes.
now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and let's look at Microsoft Excel here. Can you see my Microsoft Excel sheet?
Yes.
Hello guys, I need a response quickly. Can you see my sheet?
Yes.
Yes. I see.
Yeah, I can see your
Okay, so
worksheet.
let's say awesome. So let's say I have 45. Okay. So I have 45 and then I have 85. And then I want to just add these two things. Okay, put this in dollars. I want to have these two things added, and I know the formula for it is equals to sum bracket open, right? And I can do this and bracket close and then enter. Don't worry, I'm going to explain this when we start Excel proper. So I have this plus this equals to 130. Now, with AI, this is me. I'm going to say something like maybe this is me without AI. Are you seeing my screen? Then I'm going to
Yes.
say this
Yes.
is me with AI. Now, with AI, what am I going to say? I'm going to say something like I have two values in column D. Maybe I'm not going to put please. I'm just say I have two values in column D. Submit, or let me put add them and give me results. So we can do this. And what the AI will do is just look at the columns, and the columns that are available. Look at column D, for instance, and then make a reference to the values in column D, and then give you the answer. You don't need to know if you are going to use sum. I hope you can see my cursor.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't need to know if it is equals to sum you are going to use, or if it's auto sum or alternate equals or any of those methods of solving. You don't need to know them. All you need to know is to prompt the chat, and there are a couple of all that in Microsoft 365. If you get Microsoft 365, let me write it down. Sorry. So if you have Microsoft 365, good for you. Microsoft 365, if you have this is where the whole AI thing is happening, right? Except you go, this is the software we are going to be using. Except the software I have here does not have any AI plugin, but very easy for you to actually ask this kind of question, and it's going to give you a response. Please, are we on the same page here? I'm just trying to say
Yes.
that yes, without AI, you can use your skills as a data analyst using Microsoft Excel to solve $45 plus $85 and gives you this. Now, if you do not know how to do this, you can just ask the AI questions like, I have two values in column D, add them and give me results. And I'm sure a lot of you will love the whole idea of you having your AI, correct? You love the whole idea of you
Yes.
having AI because you no longer need to worry so much about whether you are going to have the right solution or response or so. And it doesn't just stop at asking questions. You can actually download a particular problem to the AI, and then I'm going to tell the AI, okay, I have this bunch of I'm going to tell the AI something like, I have this bunch of questions. You look at my columns, right? I have 1,000 rows of data. I have over 60,000 variables in that data. I don't know what to do with it. Please, can you look at this data, analyze it, and put it in a chart for me? Put it in a chart. Let me see if I am making profit or if I'm making a loss. The AI can do that. So if the AI can do this, as a data analyst, what the heck are you going to be employed for, right? It's a very, very valid concern. Now, let me tell you something. Before any company, can you guys see hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I can hear you.
Before, listen to me clearly now. Before any company employs you as a data analyst to do the job AI is supposed to be doing in the first place, you must first and foremost become a data analyst. Now, let me ask you guys a question. I'm going to ask Glory. Are you here? Is Glory still here? Glory is not here. I'm going to send Glory out, and then if you guys want to join,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
uh, Gloria, I see here. Okay. Glory, what's your favorite food?
Right.
What kind of rice?
Jollof rice. Jollof rice.
Jollof rice. Okay, Gloria, I'm going to ask you this question. Let's assume that you go to a restaurant. Are you hearing me? Everyone, pay attention. Let's assume you go to a restaurant and then there is a robot preparing jollof rice exactly the way you like it. You know what a robot is, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. There's a robot, right? Preparing jollof rice exactly the way you like it. And the robot is standing alone. Then there's the other side of the table is a robot who also is preparing the same jollof rice exactly the way you want it. But close to a robot is a chef, a human being that can breathe in and out oxygen. Okay? And then you go into the restaurant. Tell me honestly, Glory, which table are you going to be 100% comfortable approaching first? Instinctually, are you going to go to the table where you have only the robot and your rice? Or are you going to go to a table where you have a certified chef? Even though he's not the one cooking, but he is there to watch what the robot is doing. Tell me, which table are you going to go first?
Uh, the one with the chef.
Okay. Do you
The
mind
one
to
with the
tell
chef.
me why? Why are you going to that table?
Because sometimes the chef would understand exactly what I mean in terms of, okay, I want it to taste this way. I want it to have the taste of this. You know, we could have jollof rice with a taste of something else. So
Okay.
the chef would be able to understand better. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So again, that is a very brilliant response. If I were you, but the response I would have probably given would be, okay, I have a robot who is not tired, will never be tired to prepare as many jollof rice as I want, but I also have a human agent. I have someone that can understand my fears, my trust, understands my emotions, understand how lovely the rice is, understands a better feedback mechanism that can connect with what I am used to. Because I grew up seeing my mother cooking, I grew up seeing my dad cooking or eating, I grew up seeing my family eating and all that. So we haven't gotten to a point in our history where, especially in the Africa, I mean, if you go to China, this already happening. People are already getting used to the robots, but we haven't gotten to in a point in our history where we can 100% let go of our jobs for artificial intelligence agents, robots, and all that to completely take charge of. So companies, like I said, will, even if they will not they may limit the number of data analysts that they have, but they will definitely need data analysts to confirm what this AI is doing, because trust me, we have what is called hallucinations. We have what is called hallucinations, artificial intelligence hallucinations. We have all that. They can turn on codes and stuff, but they will definitely make mistakes. And you need a human agent, someone who is very skilled as a data analyst to actually help and solve the problem. Many times when I'm running codes on Python myself, I just try. I know those codes myself, but I just try to ask the AI questions like, okay, can you set up this syntax for me? And then I confirm and see what I was able to generate and what the AI is able to generate. 90% of the time it gets it right. At other times it misunderstands the question and gives me a wrong syntax. And I have to go reconstruct the question and say, you know what, you made a mistake. This is what I was actually asking for, but this is what you gave me. And it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It goes right again to do all that. So you see, you will always be needed as a data analyst. But you need the skills first as a data analyst to even know the question to ask, to even know the prompts to use. I hope this is clear. So it is not something that's going to
Yeah.
say the fact is every single company demands that, not demands, every single company depends rather on the use of the intelligent use of their data to generate insights. A lot of companies left Nigeria, like in the past couple of years, not because they don't like the country, but because of what their data is telling them. You say that they are losing a lot of money, they are not meeting their targets. That's data. Okay. And let me read some other questions, and then we'll do some exercise on the screen shortly. So Ngozi said, in case you are just joining, we are looking at the obstacles that we feel people have as data analysts, or the things people tell you, data analysts. Okay, so we have a question here, or a comment rather, from Gozi. If you're Nigerian, the likelihood of getting a remote job, especially in the UK, the US, is slim. I heard they don't employ Nigerians. That's totally wrong. Totally, totally wrong. And I give you an example. Go to a platform like Andela. This is data. This is the health tech is, but I'm going to be mentioning other platforms as well. Go to a platform like Andela. That platform basically sends out software engineers, data analysts, and all kinds of people to the US market. There is no reason, absolutely, why you cannot be employed as a data analyst remotely. Guess what? It is even cheaper. It's the truth. It's cheaper for any person outside in the US, in the UK. I've had experiences with these countries myself, and I can tell you clearly that you don't have anything to worry. All you need to do now is go online and search for uh, remote jobs for Nigerians as data analysts. In fact, let me even do that now. Remote jobs. I hope you guys can see hear me.
Yes.
Okay. Let me
Yes, you
know if
can
you
hear
can see
you.
my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Can you read what's the first thing there, please?
21 remote jobs for data analysts in Nigeria.
Okay. This one
20,
is in this one
21
is in
remote jobs for
Lagos.
data analysts, Lagos.
Exactly. This one is this all the questions you have about remote jobs is right here. I'm not gatekeeping all this. You just need to click on this and you see 21 remote jobs already in Lagos. And there's a question, someone asked that question here again. You see? Yes, data analyst roles can be remote. Increasing availability of digital tools and advancement in technology have made remote work more feasible in various professions, including data analysis. So you can check all of that here. There's 2042 already in Lagos. There are remote data analyst jobs in Nigeria. As at as at March 2025, you can see data analyst remote jobs in Nigeria. As at March 2025, you can see 16. As at this particular app here is called Himalayas app, remote data analyst jobs in Nigeria. Glassdoor has 400 rather, and 71 data analyst jobs in Nigeria as at March 2025. And you can see Turin has 200 plus remote data analyst jobs. So I don't know. And LinkedIn alone has 546. And so the list is endless, guys. I don't know where you guys hear all this from. Are you still hearing me?
Yes.
And then we have calculations, mathematics, and coding. Trust me, I didn't study mathematics in school. And I can bet you that, yes, numerical advantage is there, like someone that knows how to calculate and stuff. But with the whole AI thing happening now, all you need to know as a data analyst, please quote me, all you need to know as a data analyst is your ability to solve problems. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
That is all you need to know. You need to be excellent at it. Now, when you are excellent at it, you will be able to know that these are the tools. I hope, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
You can see what is showing in my screen.
Data analytics course curriculum.
Exactly. So now when you are excellent at actually solving a problem, then the next question you need to ask yourself is, hey, what am I going to do? What tool am I going to use? Now, if you are a great chef, let me ask you guys this question. This time around, let me ask a man. Who is a man here, please? Um,
God one.
God one, good. God one, can you cook?
Very well.
When was the last time you cooked?
I cooked 2 days ago.
You sure?
Yes, I sure.
What is
Well,
it?
well.
Wait till you cook.
Wait till I cook jollof rice.
Jollof rice. Ah,
Ye-
be like I will connect you with
What
Glory now, sharp, sharp, so
Yes,
that
so
what
yeah,
is it?
yes, so
make both of them the jollof they go.
for data
Glory
analysis.
run now.
I'm sure Glory will not mind you. Breakfast in bed. Odogu payanya jollof. Guys, now I'm going to ask you this question, God one. When you set out to prepare jollof rice, do you think of what the jollof rice will taste like? Is it clear in your eyes, in your heart, in your soul that look, I want to cook jollof rice. This is how it is going to taste like. Or do you start cooking and you think that this jollof rice will taste like okra? Do you understand my question?
Yes, I understand your question.
Okay. Can you
So
answer?
my response is I always have that insight of how I want my jollof rice to taste because that will guide me on the necessary ingredients I will use. For example, there are people that is what they call a party jollof rice. Party jollof rice is different from normal jollof rice. So when you want to cook party jollof rice, you find out that there are condiments that you will need to use, and there is a different pattern to cooking a party jollof rice to normal
Okay.
jollof rice. So the idea of how I want that jollof rice, the taste I want to get from that jollof rice, will influence my decision to either use a curry spice or a curry leaf and
Okay.
other things. So yes, some most all the time I have to envisage the taste I should be expecting. Though most times may not get 100%, but you'll find out at the end of the day you have a taste that is near to 100%, though not 100%.
My brother, are you sure you will not leave here and go and become a professional chef? The
In
detailing
the
is detailing, my brother. And Glory, are you listening? There is a
Yes, sir.
product for you. So anyway, the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is because when you start out as a data analyst and you are given a problem to solve, you already know what the end of the solution should be like. If a company comes and gives you a problem like, hey, Mr. or God one, I think we don't understand what is happening with our data. We are not making a lot of sales. We are not at this a particular product is not succeeding in the market. They are giving you complaints and they hand over their database to you. As a data analyst, you already know that the solution to that problem is what? Analyzing the data and actually telling them, hey, don't buy this product again. Focus on this one. You know that clearly. True or false?
true.
Good. Now
So
that you know that that's what you want to tell these people, the next thing that you want to do as a data analyst is to begin to pay attention. You begin to pay attention to the tools. Okay, should I use Excel? These guys have over 1 million data sets. So I can't use Excel because Excel cannot analyze this kind of data. It's too much. You can't use Excel to analyze data from Facebook. I hope you know that. If you even try to download only the one from Nigeria, your software will crash because Excel cannot handle that kind of data. But you can use Python programming, you can use SQL or SQL. structured queried language. You can use Tableau, you can use Power BI. I hope you understand, right? If
Yeah.
it's party
Yes.
of rice, okay, I'm going to put this many cubes of sugar, not no, not sugar. Hey, I don't embarrass my village people. You are going to put this many cubes of maggi or something, salt, right? You are going to put this many ingredients, right? If it's not party jollof, it's another jollof, right? So that is what it means. I hope you are following this class, please. Now we are trying to
Yes, sir.
understand data analytics process. And we are trying to also answer all the concerns that all of you have. In the process of answering the concerns, we're also explaining indirectly or directly what the data analysis and what data analysis is all about. So now, when you are now done with the whole process of knowing where you are and where you want to be, the next question is, okay, I'm going to use Excel. And if it's Excel, what are you going to do? What tool are you going to use in Excel? What function are you going to use in Excel? What feature are you going to use in Excel? If it's in SQL, you can see all of these is what we're going to be. You are going to meet your SQL tutor, right? She has gotten tons of awards in structured query language, and I think our session is on. She's going to have an introduction. So what we're going to do in the first few weeks is we're going to not yeah we're going to do introduction to all these tools. So you ask yourself, is it something you want to do, right? If it's something you want to do, then we're going to continue the class. I will still come back to teach you guys Microsoft Excel, and most of this is going to be totally for free. All right. So she's going to come and explain to you what SQL does so you don't get scared about these things. And then when we are done, you are going to have an introduction to data visualization, right? So you are going to see all of the things that you are. Let me just go online. And now I'm going to search for data visualization. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Tell me what can you see? Can you see all these maps, all these beautiful visuals? Can you see them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo,
Good.
yeah.
Exactly. So our job is going to be able, right, to show you all kinds of data visualization tools. We're going to start with Tableau. We're going to start with, we're going to continue with Power BI, right? And then I also am a Python developer, guys, by the way. And remind me when we start talking about Python is a standalone course anyway. For those of you that are interested in it, remind me when we get there. I'm going to introduce you to a guy. He's actually in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. I hope you can hear me. His name is
Yeah.
Isaiah. Behind me, I don't gatekeep. I'm going to show you. Isaiah is in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, but is working for a US-based company called Bokeh as a Python developer. And we invited him to have a session with our students. This guy is earning in USD. So I don't know. This fear, I'm going to put it right here. What was it again? This one is unfounded because I have tons of people, so many people. As a matter of fact, I know someone who is presently in Amsterdam, Netherlands, that is, because of his skills. He sent a job, applied for a job on LinkedIn. Just like Madam Chidima said yesterday, if you are not on LinkedIn, you are missing out. If you are not registering in all these other platforms, I don't know why you are here, but if one of your reasons or objective of being here is to get jobs and you are not on job platforms, then I wonder what you are doing to yourself. But again, that's why we are here, so that you learn, okay, and know what is exactly the case. So Ayodeji said, calculation, mathematics, yeah, coding. Not all aspects of data analysis demands that you understand coding. Are you following me, please?
Yeah.
Hello? Not all
And with
aspects
you.
of data
Yeah, with you.
analysis demands that you understand coding. Just so you know, you don't need to understand coding. Microsoft Excel, there is a part of coding in Microsoft Excel that so many people do not know. Let me show you guys what I mean. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see
Yes, we
my
It's
can
not
see.
screen?
showing it.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, it's
Yes.
showing now.
Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something. Not so many people know. Not so many people know this part of Microsoft Excel. I'm going to click on. You guys are familiar with this workbook, how it looks like, right?
Yes.
You are familiar with
Yes.
Microsoft Excel? This is how it looks like. Good.
Yes.
But
Yes.
how many of you are familiar with this Visual Basic application? I'm going to click on it now and it's going to open. How many of you are familiar with this? This is still Microsoft Excel, guys. You can see. How many of you are familiar with this?
I've not seen
Well,
it.
I've heard about it. I've never
Did
used
you
it
even
before. The DBA.
exactly? Do you even know that these things exist? This is
Yes.
see this in this Microsoft Excel, you can write your code here. Okay, can you see? You can write your code here. Are you following me?
Yes.
Very well.
Yes.
So again, this is like advanced Microsoft Excel, and not many people who use Excel also code in Excel. Just so you know. So you don't need to be afraid of it. You don't need to be afraid of it. And someone also says, you see, they see data analysts being overcrowded in the future. The only time data analysts will be overcrowded in the future is if every single person on earth is a data analyst. And you know that is not possible. As a matter of fact, instead of being overcrowded, only the people who understand how to leverage artificial intelligence will be the masters of data. Okay. Another person says the fear of not being able to get a remote job. I think I've already answered this. That it says Regina says that there are more than enough data analysts that will be wasting my time because I won't get a job. That's a big lie. Very, very big lie. You will not be wasting your time in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
So, I don't know anything about Python, SQL. Again, that's why you are here. Someone says, can the job market be enough for data analysis? Because I have a fear of oversaturation. Never. It's not going to be oversaturated. Okay. The fact that 200 people apply for a job does not mean that that job is oversaturated. How many of you are business people here, please? Can you tell me, genuinely speaking, as a business person that is employing young people today? Okay, I'm not going to mention whether they are Gen Z or not. I know they for generation war now. But can you tell me, genuinely speaking, as a business person, if 50 people apply for a job, can you tell me out of the 50 people that 49 people were excellent, that you had a hard time employing someone for that job because all of them were excellent? Can you tell me that genuinely? Business people, let me see your comments. Can you tell me that if 50 people have or run a business, or sorry, apply for a role in your company, that 50 of them are equally excellent in that job? Can you
No,
tell me
it's
that?
most.
And even those
No,
of
no, no.
you,
Cannot
even those
be.
of you
Cannot
that
be.
are listening to me, can you tell me that if you go to for an interview, 10 of you are there, can you tell me that the employers will call you and say, okay, we have a very hard time picking the best person because all of you are so good? So it's not possible. Thank you, Malaki,
It's not possible. It's not.
Halimat, Emmanuel.
It's
It's
not
not.
possible.
So the fact that you go to LinkedIn and you see that 200 persons apply for a data analyst job in 2 hours or in 100 hours or so does not mean that it's oversaturated. What it simply means is that a lot of people are aware of what it means to become a data analyst, or a lot of people are calling themselves data analysts, but only a few number are actually qualified to work as a data analyst. Do you see the difference?
Very well.
Are we following?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So it's not possible. Who is talking? Oh,
Should be glory.
Glory, which house will rent the leak? Oh, should we send zinc? Should we continue with the class?
Yes,
Go
please.
ahead, sir.
Okay. So give me a sec. Let me pull up
Go
a material
ahead,
I'm going
sir.
to be sharing. Yeah. Any question? Questions, please. There's a question.
Hello.
No, he say he wants to pull out some the material that is that he wants to use for the training. So we're waiting for Mr. David.
Okay.
And he said, if any of us
Sorry. You say what?
have questions, we can ask. No. Continue. He was just he said hello. So I say we are waiting for you. That you said if anybody has question, the person can ask. Meanwhile,
Um,
Okay.
if he's listening, my
he's
question is
listening. Just
this.
ask your question. Ask.
Okay, my question is this. From what has been said so far by the facilitator and the information I have gotten, it promises to be a good experience and career choice as a data analyst. But beyond that, as a layman or someone who is not in that field but wants to be in that field, and they're coming in contact with someone also who has been in that field but was once not a professional in that field, I want to ask, what are the likely steps or approach that you will advise beginners like myself? I want to say myself because I don't know if others are not beginners. Let me not insult anybody. Beginners like myself, what approach, what advice, what strategy, what study culture do you advise me if I must be successful, in acquiring this skill as a data analyst, and not just acquiring the skill and be better at it? That's my question. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I think.
I
Okay, yeah,
I'm going
Mr.
to
David.
answer that with, yeah. I'm going to answer that
I
with
also
just
concur
one.
in what he just asked
Okay.
because I'm a
James.
beginner.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a beginner too, so I want to align to what he just asked. What are the steps and what are we to do to be on the right path? The skills, the way to go, what we can be doing on daily basis, way to visit, steps to take so that we can be able to get on the right path and be successful in this career path.
Okay. Awesome. So that's a very good question. As you can see, I see comments in the session. I see comments. Yes. 18th Street Production. I'm responding to some of the questions. Okay, you asked a question about 365. You just need to go to Google or any of your search engine, type Microsoft 365. It's going to show you what is. It's a paid version of Microsoft, I think. I don't know which country you are in, but you have to just simply pay for it. Okay. Then Grace asked a question like, my fear is if I will be able to learn fast, doing something totally different from my field of study is frightening. I'm just afraid. Grace, I don't know. Were you in the session yesterday? Grace, were you in the session yesterday? I'd love to know if it's a yes or no. If you were in the session yesterday and you were confused about your career path, or you want to move from where you are to where you want to be, or in data, anything, please don't make a mistake of doing that without any guidance. Are you hearing me? Grace Emmanuel, if you are hearing me, I would love to see your comment. Do not move from where the fact that I want people to become data analysts, or I want people to be in the tech space as a person, does not mean that I am going to take away where you are at the moment. It is not realistic, especially if you're on the African continent. It's not so realistic that you just wake up one morning and say, I want to be there, right? The health tech is not known to deceive people. Oh, come on. Everyone cannot be in tech. But the moment you decide that you are a laboratory scientist, you are a lawyer, you are a doctor, you want to know something about technology, we always encourage you. Make your research. And if you are too lazy to make a research, talk to someone, talk to a mentor. Sometimes talk to me, but most of the time I'll recommend talk to Madam Chidima. She was there. She started off as a laboratory scientist in Nigeria, right? When she went to the UK, before she went, she met she's one of our students. Now she's our UK ambassador. In fact, more than 60% of our staff were once our students, and they are all littered all over the world now. Okay, and including some of the persons that you are going to be meeting, some students that you are going to be meeting. That's because the reason why we have people always coming back, volunteering to work with us, telling people about us is simple. We did not deceive them. We were passionate about their growth, and we make sure that they follow the steps. How many of you are musicians here, or you play any musical instrument? Anyone play the piano, for instance? Is anyone that can play the piano? Can drop a comment, something like that. Yeah, wow. We don't have musicians in this world again. Classical musicians and not Ozeba kind of music. That I'm talking about serious music, even gospel music or something. No one can play musical instrument. Anyway, that tells you guys we have a lot of work to do. If you have a child, you are a parent here, please introduce your kids to musical instruments. They help them in not building their memory muscle is very, very important because memorizing notes helps children. Anyway, maybe I'm saying this because that's how I was brought up and stuff. Okay, but um, if you're a musician, God say musicians are in the studio. If you are a musician or you once played a musical instrument, you discover that you need to repeat a note over and over again to master it. Right? Okay. Someone says they play a drum. That's good. You notice that if you play any of these instruments, you need to master, keep playing until you master it. It becomes second nature. That's the same thing like being a data analyst, right? Mastery. And you need to be able to dedicate mastery of a thing. It could even be Microsoft Excel only. Master it. It could even be Python programming only. Master it. It could be SQL. Master it. Anything you choose, you fall in love with, you master it before you move over to the next thing. That's why in this program, we're going to introduce you to all of the tools. It is meant for you to master each of them. Whenever you are afraid or confused or frightened, talk to someone, talk to a mentor, talk to someone. Grace, are you hearing me? Ask for grace. And then there is no age limit, by the way. I see a question from James. Someone is, I don't know who that person is. I'm kind of like listening to myself. James,
Emoleke James.
who is talking, please? Mfon, I think that this noise is from your side. Can you mute? Let me see. Mfon James, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Moloke James said, "Is
Did you
there
ask a
any age
question?
limit?" Absolutely, there's no age limit, but we recommend that the person must be at least a teenager, right? Someone from you should be able to know how to operate a computer. There are a lot of geniuses these days, but just know how to operate a computer, and you are good to go. Halimat asks, my fear is that I don't know anything about data analysis. Will I be able to catch up? That's why you are here. No problem. Are there different roles in data? For example, cybersec, ethical actor. Yes, they are actually, and I'll be talking. If I remember, I'll be talking about those roles as we proceed. Ngozi asked the question like the data analysis industry, which tool is the most used for data analysis? Most jobs describe you to be proficient in about 3 to 4 tools. Please, if you want to start, you have to start with Excel. Try to master Excel. Then SQL, then one visualization tool, Tableau or Power BI. I hope that's clear, Ngozi. That's my recommendation. But before we proceed, let me just answer the questions that the guys, God1 and James, they're asking questions about steps to becoming a data analyst, correct?
Yes.
Can you see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So let me see. So we have, let me know if you can see my screen. Is it clear?
Yes.
It's black. Steps. Number one, I want to allow you to understand the fundamentals. Please, if you have your notes, you can write this down. Understand the fundamentals. You can see I am writing this because I have been there. I don't need to go anywhere and begin to do this. And I always say the first thing you need to do, understand the fundamentals, start with Excel, okay? And by Excel, you have to focus on knowing your formulas, knowing what a pivot table is. By formulas, let me come here and put formulas can be basic to advanced formulas. And I'm going to show you this. Let me show you this quickly. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
What can you see, please?
You're welcome to Direct Keys
You are welcome
Microsoft
to
Excel,
this
Excel, basic to
Microsoft
Exactly,
advanced.
exactly.
Basic tool.
So this is the material that we are going to share with all of you. I hope you are following. Please, those in the
Yes.
comments, can they see this? Can they see the what I'm doing? Just want to be sure. Can you see my screen? Those in
Yes.
the comments, please.
Okay, those in the comment.
Okay, Miriam says yes. Thank you. All right. Okay, good. So if you can see, I'm going to take you through the whole process. So to get started, we are going to teach you what you need to know, what are rows and columns. We're going to teach you how to prepare magnificent charts in Microsoft Excel. We're going to teach you what visual aiding conditional formatting is. We're going to teach you what trend identification is. We're going to teach you what you need to bring, how you can bring in anything into Microsoft Excel. Okay. And of course, we give assignments. We're going to teach you the sum function. Please, are you seeing my screen?
Yes, please.
Yes.
We're going to teach
Yes.
you the sum function, how to add all of these basically, and you can use three methods and how to do them. We're going to teach you the sum if function, right? We're going to teach you basic formulas in Excel. We're going to teach you how to calculate the average, right? For instance, you want to know the average of all this. You simply say equals to average, bracket open. You highlight all your values, bracket close, and then you hit enter. So your average here is what? 250 pounds or euros. Can you see that? So we're going to
Yes.
teach you, we're going to, we're going to teach you how to calculate for minimum and maximum. We're going to teach you the fill feature. This is how to use the fill feature, right? Like if you have this and this and this, you want to add this manually, how do you do it? For instance, I give you this. I'm going to click on my auto sum here, and then I hit enter. So the next thing I have 50 plus 50 is 100. Now 50 plus 60 is what? Who knows?
110.
110. So I can as well just come and do my auto sum and hit enter and get 110. But what if you have up to 1,000 of this kind of data? How are you going to do it? You can't be doing it
You
manually.
drag down.
You use what is called the
Yes.
fill future. That means the moment you solve for the first one, you just come here and drag down and it solves for others. Can you see that?
Yes.
Hello, can you see it?
Very clear.
Good. So that's what we're going to show you how to do that. And it doesn't just work for numbers, it works for words as well. Instead of typing apple, let me type this manually. APPL. Instead of typing this over and over again, you just do what? You use a fill. You come here where you have the small cross. You either double click, right? If I double click, or you drag down. Have you seen it? Hello?
Yes, we are with you.
Good. And then the next thing that we want to do after the sum is we look at the split function. Look at the split. How many times have you seen people type names like this? Right? You have Obi, Peter, and all this. Normally, you are supposed to have first name in a different column, last name in another column, company name in another column. So how do we do that? Now, let me show you. See, I'm going to highlight all this. I go to my data menu, go to text columns. I hope you are following me.
Yes.
Then I'm going to leave it delimited, go to next. Now choose a comma instead, go to next, then come here, my destination. I'm going to highlight this, go back there, click on finish, and there you have it. Can you see that?
Yes.
Are you following? I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to teach you all this. I'm going to teach you all this.
I think you are being too fast, sir.
Sorry?
You are being too fast on that part.
Don't worry. We have not started Excel
Okay.
proper. I'm just showing you the things that you need to do, right? When we start, I'll
All
take my
right.
time to explain this. So, for
All right,
instance, you see
sir.
this kind of data set. Let me copy this and put it somewhere else. I'm going to copy this, put it somewhere here. So you see this kind of this is not how it's supposed to be arranged. Normally, we are supposed to have item, and then we are supposed to have amount. Can you see that? The item here is bread. The amount here is 50. I hope you can see it. That is how it's supposed to be arranged. Are you following me?
Yes.
Yes.
But you know that what if you have tons of data set, millions of data sets? Let me see if I can open one dashboard or Excel stuff for you guys. In a sec. Let me open this. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is how this is supposed to be arranged. This is a data set. We have customer ID, first name, last name, phone numbers. This is a very short data set. Okay, and this is how it's supposed to be arranged. But you and I know that this is not how a data set is supposed to be arranged. So how are you going to do it? You want to change it. So we are going to highlight this. We are going to do our transpose function, right? We're going to do our transpose. We're going to copy. We're going to come here, go to our home menu. Okay. Go to our home menu. Then where we have paste, we're going to click on the transpose function there. And then you can see that it will automatically arrange itself. Can you see that?
Yes.
Good. So apart from that, again, we're going to teach you the sort and filter. This is sort and filter, right? How does sort and filter work? So you have this data set right here on your screen. You have this data set right here on your screen. You have department, category, October, November, December. Let's say you highlight all of these, go to your data menu, click on sort. Do you remember that we have something that's called maybe have you ever had access to a data set that arranges things for you in alphabetical order?
Yes.
Like everybody that they are those days when we were in university, we used to have people whose name were like in if your name starts from letter A, you will be so afraid of going to the exam hall because you will be the first person they will call. So that is the fact that we can arrange those things in alphabetical order. We can do that using the sort and filter method. Okay, sort and filter method. And how do we do it? We can come here. Let's say we want to sort the department column. Come click on department, click on self values. Right now we have A to Z, Z to A custom D. So we're going to start with A to D, and we see D is the first. What's the first value under department? What's the first thing you see
Daily
under department? Daily, followed by what?
produce.
Then followed by
Bakery.
bakery, meat, and so on. Now we want to arrange this in alphabetical order, right? So we're going to arrange it from A to Z. So we're going to click there, then click on OK. Now what do you notice?
Yeah, it's alphabetical, from A to Z. Like we have bakery. Now bakery now replace daily. So daily has gone down. Yes.
Right. Exactly. So you can also do the same thing for the October column. So these are the things that we're going to teach you. You can also take the colors. For instance, you see the colors are scattered here, different values. You want to take them up, put them on the same page. So you're going to say filter by color. You choose the color, and then that's it. The colors are up there, right? Are you following? We're going to do all this. We're going to teach you how to put this in a table. For a lot of people who don't use Microsoft Excel, when you see something organized in rows and columns like this, these are columns, by the way. All the things you see, A, B, C, are columns. Then 1, 2, 3 are called what?
Rules.
Rose.
Now, for most persons who do not use Microsoft Excel, when you put anything in rows and columns, they say, oh, this thing is in a table. Well, I'm happy to tell you that this data is not in a table. Why is it not on a table? Because it's not in a table. We did not put it in a table. Now, if you want to put something in a table, you do your Control A and Control T. Then you can now see this option, create a table, right? You can now see the option to create a table. Then when you see that, you click on OK. Now your data is in a table. And what is the difference? Who can tell me what's the thing that they see that was a difference between the first and the second?
Yes,
Anyone notice a difference?
Yeah, it's very big
I think it
distance.
has.
So because if you look at the various columns, that's the heading of the columns, there is a small arrow indicating that there are sub menus that you can get from there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can see this small arrow. It wasn't there before, right? And then
Yeah.
another thing you need to know is if you look at the menu, we have file, home, insert, page layout, formula, data, review, view, developer, help, and acrobat. Can you see all that?
Yes.
Now, those are called menus. I have clicked outside. Now, the moment I click inside the table, you see there's an extra menu called table design.
Table design. Yes. Mm. Yes.
And I can click on that and I can even change the colors of my table. Can you see? Can change the
Yeah.
colors of my table. So when you say that your data is in a table, this is what it means. You should be able to see an extra menu called table design, and you should also be able to see these arrows. Don't worry, I'm taking you all through this process so you know the things that we are going to teach you. And then we're going to teach you drop downs. I'm not going to show you this, but I'm going to teach you drop downs. How is it? How many of you have ever filled a form online before? And in that form, they ask you to
Uh,
choose your in that form, they ask you to choose your country. You have to scroll down,
yes.
look for your country, and
Mm.
then you choose. How many of you?
Yeah.
Right? Have you had that experience before where you
Yes,
try to
we have.
fill a
I have.
form and they ask you those in the comment section? I'm not seeing your comments. Have you had that experience before where they ask you to choose whether you are a male or a female, or you prefer not to say? Right, they ask you for what's your country, you click on an arrow, you have to scroll down, look for your country, you click on it. Those questions that would ask you will require of you to open an arrow and choose from a list. Awesome. Okay, several times Malaki says several times, Sophia says exactly. So we are going to teach you how to do that on Microsoft Excel. Okay, if you look at this, we're going to teach you how to do that. For instance, we have apples, beef, and meat. So how am I going to do this? I'm going to highlight all this, go to my data menu, click on let me see, data validation, then come here, click on list. Then I'm going to type something like fruits. I'm going to type meat. I'm going to type bakery, something like this. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Then when I'm done, I click on OK. Now let's see what we have. Can you see the list? Fruit,
Yeah.
meat, and bakery. I come here, the same thing. And you cannot insert anything that is not in here. Imagine going to any of those places where they ask you to click on your country and you go and click Wakanda. Wakanda is not a country. So when you search for Wakanda, you don't see Wakanda. You get angry and then you go and type Wakanda. Let's try something. Let's try something quickly. So I search, let's say fruit, meat, bakery, and what I need is not here. And then I want to apple is fruit, right? Beef is what?
Meat.
Beef. So if I get angry and say, well, I don't want my apple to be fruit, I come and choose something like produce, right? What is here, please? Hello? Can someone read what's on the screen?
This value doesn't match the data validation. Oh God. This
Is
value
it this
doesn't
value
match the
doesn't
data
match the data
validation
validation restrictions defined for
description
this Excel?
and this.
Okay, this value doesn't match the data validation restrictions defined for this cell. So yes, because we have not defined produce. In our list, you can't see produce here. In that list of countries, there is no Wakanda, right? There's no Biafra. There's no West Korea. There's no Brazilian hair. It's not the name of a country. So if you go and type it manually, it's going to show you error. Please type from the list. Have you had that kind of experience? So that's what we're
Yes,
going to
very
teach you
well.
how to, right? We're going to teach you how to do that. Then for charts, we're going to teach you how to build charts as well. Then remember I mentioned pivot table. We're going to teach you pivot table. Joins, we're going to teach you joins. How you can join this and this together to become JC. We're going to teach you how to use formula to do that manually. Okay, and it's called the concatenation formula. We're going to use a formula to combine these two names together without having to type them manually. Right? We're going to teach you how to use the if statements, which are very, very important. If statements fall into a purview of Microsoft Excel called conditional statements. We're going to teach you VLOOKUP, guys. We're going to teach you how to look up a value from a list. How many of you had the experience of you go to a bank to go and someone is saying my screen is tiny. Please, can someone explain how to help her, please? I explained this yesterday. How to help her so she can see what I'm doing very, very bold. Very, very bold. Anyway, if you don't understand what I'm doing, if you can't see my screen clearly, you need to increase the resolution of your YouTube. Increase it from 340 to 720 or 1048, something like that. P. Just increase it. Okay. And if you do that, you'll be able to see the screen clearly. Can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you.
All right. So we're going to teach you all that. Okay. And beyond teaching you all this, we're going to teach you the sum if and the count if. Right? You see, you guys will have access to these materials. It's not something we keep for ourselves. Then we're going to teach you in our next class. We're going to teach you after you are done with all this. We're going to teach you the rest of this in your next class. And we usually have a free Microsoft Excel training that lasts for 7 weeks. We're going to let you know all of that. And then beyond that, we're going to also teach you data modeling and cleaning. Right? Data modeling and cleaning. Right? We're going to teach you the trim function. You can see this is not properly trimmed. We have so many names that are written just like that. The trim function we're going to say equals to, okay, trim, bracket open proper. You have all this, okay, bracket close, you hit enter. Have you seen the difference? I drag down. You see the difference between this and this?
Yeah,
Hello, are you guys following me in here?
Yes, we are following.
we are
Are you seeing the
following.
difference between the first one and the second one?
Yes, we have seen. I've seen the difference. It's clear.
Very
Good. So
clear.
we're going to teach you that. We're going to teach you conditional formatting, how to know which calculate for net profit, know which person here, for instance, got the highest in revenue and expenses. We're going to teach you how to remove all these empty rows. You see, there are spaces here that are not really useful to our data set. We're going to teach you how to remove them using formulas or in other words, we're going to teach you how to use the clean function. There are certain things that are appearing on this data set. They are not supposed to appear here. Can you guys see what I'm referring to?
Yes.
You see? There are certain things that are appearing on this data set. Let me zoom in so you can see it clearly. Can you see what I'm referring to? There are certain things that are appearing here. They are not supposed to be here. So we're going to teach you how to remove that. And if you look at these numbers, there are also some things that are not supposed to be there. We're going to teach you how to remove that using the clean function. We're also going to teach you how to remove those green things you see on your data sets. They are not supposed to be there. Two is supposed to be two, written like this, right? And it's supposed to appear to the right hand side of your screen. You notice this one is appearing to your left hand side, meaning the data is not clean. Are you following me?
Yes.
So we're going to teach you how to use the value function to clean that kind of data. Then the substitute function, we're going to teach you. You see, there is a problem here. It says you have been told, let me zoom in. You have been told to substitute the year 2020 with 2021 in the following set of data by your manager. So we're going to teach you how to do that using the substitute function. And then how do you find out people's age from the day they were born? We're going to teach you how to do that. Are you following me? Right now, if I ask any of you, how many of you know the person that was born in 1976? How old is the person? Let me count 30 seconds. Can you give me the answer? How old is the person that was born in 1976? Let me check the comments. How old is someone that was born in 1976? If you are working in a company and
49.
they are asking you to tell
49
us,
years.
are you sure?
49 years. No, 49.
Okay.
76.
What
49.
Okay,
about
76. Yes.
49. 49.
what about 1957? What about 1957? How old? 1957.
68.
58. Okay.
68.
So
68.
the truth is that some people will make mistakes, and we want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So we are going to teach you how to use formulas to actually do this correctly. Then we are going to teach you there's so many types of errors that you have in Microsoft Excel. We're going to teach you the different types of errors that we have in Microsoft Excel. And let me show you something again. Let me show you guys something. Uh, we're going to teach you Power Query Editor. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Let me open a Power Query Editor. Many people do not know that this particular thing exists in Microsoft Excel. Many people don't know that this thing that I want to show you exists in Microsoft Excel. But let me just show you quickly. I'm trying to get my data from my computer. Yeah, going to um, maybe get this 3MTT. Okay, import it. Are we still together?
Yeah, we
Yes.
are.
Okay, so I'm going to this thing, going to get my table one. Awesome. And table two, going to transform data. How many of you are familiar with Power Query Editor in Microsoft Excel? Awesome. So this is Power Query Editor. This is still Microsoft Excel, guys. It is a tool that have been built into Microsoft Excel. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So how many of you are familiar with this tool in Excel? Let me check the comments. We're going to teach you how to use Power Query Editor. I'm going to teach you how to use Power Query. So I am succeeded in showing you guys most of the things that I will be teaching you in Microsoft Excel. Please, any questions so far for Excel so that we round up by showing you the rest of the things that are contained in your journey to becoming data analyst. Any questions so far? Okay, so if there are no questions, let me round this up by continuing with the list, right? So I was telling you that you need to pay attention to understanding the fundamentals. And I've told you the first one is Microsoft Excel. For the person that was asking the question, so when you are done with Microsoft Excel, the next thing that you will know is called SQL. SQL means structured query language. And I'm not going to talk about this because you have your trainer who will be talking to you about it next week. Sorry, this week. Today is Sunday, right? Yeah. This week, your next class on Saturday. So this is now you know how to master databases, and Microsoft, sorry, Facebook has a database of Nigerians. I hope you know a database of every single Nigerian or Ghanaian or Ugandan or South African with them. True or false?
That's those who have
Hello.
subscribed to Facebook now. Subscribers.
Yes, they have it.
Okay. Yeah,
They have your
yes,
data.
yes, of
They
course.
know whether you are they know whether you are married, whether you are single, whether you are confused, whether you are in a complicated relationship, whether you are dead, whether you are alive. They ask you for what you think, and a lot of us have been posting what we think. They know your favorite food. They know where you went to the last time because you put on location on your device. What else do they know? They know where you are, what is it? Even WhatsApp, there is an end-to-end encryption. But I mean, if you want to get back your messages on WhatsApp, shey they say this what is that language they normally use? This conversation is encrypted. Only you
Yes,
and
end
the
to
person.
end is encrypted. Yes.
Yes, that's what they say. Only you and the person chatting have access to this information. Correct?
Yes.
Now, how come that every single week or every single day, WhatsApp will be backing up your data, your pictures, and all those things? So if it is me and you that are chatting, how come when I get a new phone or a new device, I can still access our chat in a new device? Have you ever asked yourself that question?
Mhm. They
Shebi,
are
after
backed up on the cloud. Mm.
hour of our conversation, the message is supposed to disappear automatically. Why do they have to back it up? And where are they backing it up? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, but that backup is a matter of choice. If you want it backed up, then it will be backed up. You can choose
Yeah,
not
it's a
to.
matter of choice, but
Yeah.
trust me, there is something called database.
Of course, yes,
Whether
certainly.
you whether you click that you back it up or you don't back it up, there are certain things about you that are still online. They call it
Ye-
digital footprints.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Digital footprints. If I ask you guys now to go online and type your name, what am I going to see? Let me use one of you as example.
You see a lot
Please,
of information about us.
if you want me to use you as example, tell me your name. Let me search for you immediately.
Emmanuel Umaini.
So I don't want you because I know you. I need someone else.
Ah!
God one. God one will be
Huh?
secret. God
Okay.
one. Mm.
Okay. Can you see my screen? God one. Can you see my screen? Hello.
Not yet. Yeah, I can.
but
Yes, I
but
can
I
see
can
your screen.
see. Mm.
Okay. Please spell your name for me.
G
Godwin Obasike.
Obisike. Obisike.
Okay. Are you this man or this is someone else?
My name is not Godwin. Godwin.
It's
Godwin.
Gwon.
Okay.
Then
O B I
Obisike.
S I K what?
E.
E.
Okay, be
Is that
sicky.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let me hit enter. Let me know which of these images
The
is yours.
first guy. The first guy on shade, black shade. Yes. That's me.
Okay. Let's look at every. Are you this person on LinkedIn?
Yes.
Is that you on LinkedIn?
Yes, that is
Is
me.
that you on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Godwin, I'm impressed. At least you don't have any. Um, they, they never post you say you steal person car before. That's good.
But
I
you
can go
cannot be
ahead
too
and
sure,
look at.
sir, because we are still searching. No, you cannot be too sure for now.
Please search more.
Yeah,
Please
I'm
search
looking at
more.
I'm looking at other pages and other pages that they don't contain anything negative about the guy. Imagine I wanted to give God one Obisike. All I need is to go online, right, and search for this guy, right? Imagine the many things that you people are saying online. You think that they say the internet never forgets, right? That is because every single thing about you is on the internet. From the thing you post, your comment, your retweets, every single thing about you. I would dare you to go search your name and tell yourself, do you like what you see? The fact that somebody posted about someone and blasted the person, said bad things about the person, does not mean that you should go and contribute to the conversation. Does not mean that you should go and write your own. I'm not saying you should not put out opinions out there. I'm only saying that a jobless person should be careful. And even if you are not jobless, if you are building your career, you should be careful of the kind of digital footprint that you put out there. Are we on the same page?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I am saying this because, guys, I lost a job back then when I was a teenager. Um, and there's this really big writing company that time I was, into writing and stuff. I got invited for an interview and I went. Now, guess what? The name I was using on my social media was my nickname and not my real name. So, and every single publication I did was using my nickname. So when they asked me a question, what's your name? I told them. They went online. They searched for my name. What they were searching for were to see proof of publications that I made in my name. Until I had to correct them and say, oh, please, I'm sorry. I did not use my name for these publications. I used my nickname and I gave them my nickname. They just smiled. The moment they smile, you get how you go interview. Smile go tell you say you no go get the work. The moment I just smiled or they smiled, I just knew I don't enter one chance. But they actually saw the publication under my nickname. That was the day after that interview. The next day, I went online where you see my three names today. It did not happen because I want everybody to know my three names online. It happened because I had an experience, and for many years it's been like that. I had an experience and I decided to say, use my real names, my official names online, so that anywhere you type David Francis Effiong, you would see everything about me on the internet. If I give you that my nickname, you would still see things about me, my publications. So please, we are going to be teaching you how to use SQL or SQL to talk to databases. How can you get a detail about some customer online, it is through a database. And the language of database that we're going to teach you is called SQL, meaning structured query language. That is the second fundamental. And then we have something called Tableau. Tableau is a data visualization library or a data visualization software. We have Power BI. We're also going to teach you all that. And you are going to meet the people who are in charge of teaching you these tools. So now that we know about understanding the fundamentals, that is the first thing. The second thing that you need to know as a data analyst is also develop technical skills. Please, are we still following in this class? I hope I'm not talking too much or I'm not wasting my
We're
time
following.
here,
Yes, we're following.
because it does not make any sense that you attend this class and you are still confused whether you should continue learning or not. The second thing is you develop technical skills. And what are the technical skills that you need to develop? The skill in data collection. Please, I hope somebody is noting this down or writing it down. The skills in data collection. What do you mean by data collection or collation? Your ability to go to the internet, your ability to use surveys, your ability to use different data collection tools. For instance, there was a time I worked, and this is my real life experience. Over 8 years ago, I worked in a certain part in south of Nigeria. That was before I traveled to the US. I was going to a particular community to collect data. We wanted to solve the water crisis. I was working with an international organization there. We wanted to solve the water crisis in that community. A process of collecting the data for me or for my team was moving and talking to real people. We spoke to the community here, we spoke to the youth leaders, we spoke to tons of people in the community. We went to the health facility in that community. What we were doing was what? Data collection. So you need to develop the skills of data collection. And you need to develop the skills of what is called data wrangling as well. I'm going to write it down. Data wrangling. I'm going to give you guys an assignment to go and find out what data wrangling is all about. But you can write it down. You need to be skillful in data exploration. Data exploration. Now, clearly speaking, let me show you guys something. Can someone, can you see my screen? Let me see if I can pick some of you who are
Yes,
excellent.
sir.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see column D?
Yes.
Can someone tell me what have you noticed under column D?
Okay.
What have you noticed?
The way the phone numbers are written, they're not properly written, and some of them no answer. Some are even empty. Some of the cells are empty.
Exactly. So you notice that there are some data you would have access to. You need your ability to explore that data. Data exploration. God one, are you see here? Is God one see here? The jollof rice guy. Glory, are you guys see here? Is Glory see here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Glory, do you know how to cook any soup?
Yes, sir.
What kind of soup can you cook?
Oh, egusi soup. That's the melon soup.
All right.
Ogbono.
So before you put your pot of egusi, the one you prepared on the somewhere, do you normally use your spoon to you put inside a pot and turn it to just see how it's flowing or something like that?
Before putting it on fire.
No. Before putting it down, do you put your spoon inside the pot and turn it?
Yes, sir.
Why do you do that?
Yes, sir. To make
Why?
sure the ingredients, the seasoning, and other things mix properly.
Exactly. Uh-huh. And you can also be counting whether the meat that you put is still there, correct?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. So you feel even the common one, they chop small, small.
Yes, sir.
It's true now. Some people almost finish meat. I get evidence for my house like this.
We need to taste
So
it now.
yeah, I'm now in the world of data exploration. That's what you are doing. You are simply exploring your pot of soup. You want to know whether it tastes well, if it looks good, if everything is on point. So that's what we're going to teach you. When you look at your data sets, right? Like just like Mr. Emmanuel said, you notice that the phone numbers, there are certain things, some cells are missing, some cells are NA, some cells there's a dash, and some there's a slash. So when you look at your data, you will simply know what you are up about. Okay? That is data exploration. Please, are we following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're
And
following.
after data exploration, we have what is called data cleaning. I think I showed you guys an example of what data cleaning is. We have data cleaning and preparation. Data cleaning and preparation. How do you clean your data? Now let me write something. We have 50. Can you see 50, right? And we also have 50. Anyway, it's good I've typed this down actually. Let me type it somewhere. Um, okay, something is open. I need to cancel this. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to write something. I'm going to write 50, and I'm going to write 50, 50. And then I'm going to write 50 again, another 50. Okay, let me see how many of you will be smart enough to tell me the difference. Can someone tell me the difference between this, and this?
Well, I'll try. Let me just try.
Okay.
No, can I try? Yes. The
Yeah, go
first
ahead.
one, the first one, 50. I think that's a number. I'm just
Okay.
trying. Uh, this other one, well, me, I wouldn't call it 50. It looks to me like a text, and the next one, the other 50 also looks to me like a text because of the
Exactly.
alignment.
Exactly. Beyond that, what I did here, this is S and this is zero.
Yes. Yeah.
Letter
Okay.
S. And then this
Yeah.
is 5. 5 is actually a number, but the zero here is not a zero, it's an alphabet O. Please, are you
Okay.
following?
Yes.
So it will take you, if you are not careful, some people can write something like this 5,000, right? Okay, that's 50,000. And another person will come and write 50,000 like this. If you are not careful, right, you can put the two of them, uh, you can do this. You notice that only the number, only the one that is correct had the currency. This is not a number and it did not have a
Mm.
currency. So it takes you your skills in data cleaning and preparation for you to actually understand that kind of data. And companies are willing to pay you, handsomely for you to do this. So if you develop technical skills, after developing technical skills, let me clean this. After developing technical skills, the third thing that you need to understand after developing technical skills is you begin to work on projects. I hope those that ask these questions are seriously in class. Begin to work on projects, and then you begin to build your portfolios. So that's why you are going to be having a class. You are going to be having a class with one of our staff. I think she works with Microsoft. She's going to be teaching you how to build your portfolio as a data analyst. Because at the end of the day, right, you should go to a platform like kaggle.com to get your data sets. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, you can go to this kind of community to get your data set. You can download. Please, that person that is speaking, can you mute? There's a background noise. I'm going to drop the link for this live session just in case any of you want to join. I have like 5 minutes more. Let me drop the link. Um, I'll drop the link in the comment section, please. On James, I think, is that noise from your side? Yeah, it's from your side, please. Just mute. If you are there, please join the link again. I've dropped the link in the comment section. Just click join. I see some comments. I would love to pick you guys up here so that we run up. So you have to work on portfolio, on the projects and portfolio. You can come to a platform like kaggle.com. If you guys are listening, you can write this down you can copy this, put it in the WhatsApp group. We also have another one. Let me write them down. So we have Kaggle, okay, kaggle.com. We have Marvin Analytics. Well, Marvin Analytics.io. These platforms are very, very good. Okay, you can also check Stack Overflow to read what people are saying. And if I remember, I'll add more lists so you check them. Are you guys writing this down? So that's number 3. Then number 4, another step is you learn problem solving. And we are so happy that Saratu Bello worked with is it Katsina State Government or Kaduna State Government? Not sure now. She also was awarded the Commonwealth Scholarship. She's presently in the UK, and she will be taking us on that particular session on problem solving, right? Because you cannot grow as a data analyst if you don't understand. This is the one thing that is going to keep you apart. AI cannot take away a staff that understands how to solve problems for their companies or for their organizations. AI can never take you away. If you don't understand how to solve problems, then you can be replaceable. That's why we are going to bring in problem solving as one of the things that are very, very important. So in problem solving, you are going to learn how to use data for decision making. You are going to learn about KPIs, financial metrics, develop problem solving skills by looking at case studies. We're going to do all that as well. She's going to take you, and you can see I am mentioning people, I am mentioning where they work because these are real life scenarios. And then you have to do your experience, gain experience. So what we do in the health tech is that after learning all this, one of the ways we want to treat or encourage our students to gain experience is to actually do internship. So we're going to share with you internship opportunities that you can have with us. Some of you are going to be retained to work with us. Some will do their project-based internship with us. We just also introduce a new company with called Echo now. You can check us out. We will be looking for data analytics interns. We'll be looking for all kinds of interns so you can work in that regard with us. And we're also working with the U.S. Department of State. Fortunately, the U.S. Department of Education have been scraped off. We used to work with them in implementing projects in Namibia, in Angola, in South Africa. And if you follow us on social media, please go to LinkedIn and follow us. Follow us on all social media. Keep in touch with our programs because we always post these opportunities where students can gain experience with us. I hope you are still in class. You are following. So we are not just here to learn, we are also exposing you to the different ways that you can learn with us and gain experience. So we don't just teach you, we expose you to an opportunity or opportunities for you to gain experience. And then number six, networking. You cannot get a job in the tech space if you don't network. And networking is not just about asking people for their phone numbers, right? Or taking pictures with popular people in the space. Networking is joining different groups. That's why I see some of you may be tempted to leave the WhatsApp group or the Telegram group. And then tomorrow, when you finally get a job, you are looking for recommendations. And then we ask you, which group are you? You say, oh, you left the group. I will say, well, we cannot prove that you belong to us. So we cannot give you recommendation letters. We cannot recommend you or, that kind of thing. So please stick around, join the Telegram group. When we have programs, you join. The last program we did, we invited someone that visited NASA. Presently, the lady is in charge of taking some Nigerians to space, right? Working with an agency, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency or something like that. We brought her in one of our programs. When I visited the Space Museum in Washington, D.C., for the first time in my life, how many of you have heard of SpaceX, the space agency by Elon Musk and stuff like that? Okay,
It's
there are
very
so many people.
popular.
Ever since I was born, I've never seen a space machine or something. I've never seen. But the day I saw those guys, let me even go online and search for um, rockets. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Hello, only one person is talking. Can you guys see the screen? I've added more people here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. Ever since I was born, the day I touched this
And
machine, the day I touched this machine in Washington, D.C., I started thinking about my life. You see these engines you see here, one of them can contain up to 100 of me. I am not fat, to imagine if I am fat. 100 of you can enter one of these holes you see here. That is to show you how massive. I'm going to send you a picture of that so that it's not like I'm just talking. I took a picture of me in the Space Museum in Washington, D.C. And so ever since that day, I was really, really looking forward to see someone that worked in a space agency. And I was so happy when I discovered her. I brought her on board and we had a conversation. She was even telling us that there's something called space tech. This lady, she's doing her PhD now. She got a scholarship by the Commonwealth Commission and she left Nigeria because of her interest in space tech. Now she's doing a PhD in geo something space, geopolitical space or something like that between Africa and Europe. So belong to our community. That's what I'm trying to say. Belong to our community. That is interested in space tech. If you are not in a community, you don't network, how are you going to know that there's anything like space tech? And when we have webinars, when we have interviews, when we have programs, online program, join. And when you have those programs and you want us to organize them, all you need to do is to send us an email. Oh, you want to talk about the moment you talk about the things that you are passionate about, the moment you talk about the things you want to do, you want to become a data analyst, let people know, post it on LinkedIn. Even this particular program, begin to post it so that if people are searching for, if you say you want a job as a data analyst and they go to your platform, they search for data analyst related keywords and they are not seeing, you are not serious. The first remote job I had was on LinkedIn, guys. At the time, I was earning 18,000 naira in Nasarawa State in Nigeria. This was years ago. And the first job I had on LinkedIn, I keep saying it was the breakthrough that I needed. Was the breakthrough that I needed. And I got an international organization working with me at the time as well. So please join communities. And then number 7, you can get certifications, but they are very optional. What we can give you in the health tech is certificates. But we are trying to see how we can work with Microsoft to be able to get certifications for our students. That means you have to sit for the exam. I told you about the certification exam I wrote some time ago. This was years back. So there's a difference between certifications and certificates. If you can get certificates, good for you. If you can get certifications, also good for you. We have Google Analytics certificate, we have Microsoft Power BI certifications, we have Tableau Desktop Specialist, we have SQL for data science. You can check all kinds of certifications. You write exams, you pass them. This is another step that you can take. Then number 8, and this is the last one now, apply for jobs. Apply for jobs. When you are done doing all this, apply for jobs. And don't forget, you keep learning. Keep learning. Keep learning. Apply for jobs and keep learning. And I'm going to ask you guys, each of you, to write down one thing that you learned today, one of the fundamentals of data analytics that I mentioned. I've mentioned up to 8. I've mentioned up to 8. Uh, Number 1, understand the fundamentals, right? Steps to becoming a data analyst. Are we still here?
Yes.
Yes,
Steps to
sir.
Yes,
becoming
sir.
a data. Understand the fundamentals, and I mentioned Excel. I took all of you through the process of, I even opened my Excel, showed you the things that we are going to learn together. We did that, correct? Then I
Yeah.
spoke to you guys about
Yes, sir.
databases, how you should be careful about your digital footprint. We looked at SQL is actually a language that makes it easy for us to actually talk to databases. Say you want to see the number of Nigerians that are on Facebook but are resident in Lagos. Okay? Number of Nigerians that are on Facebook that are residents in Lagos. You can find that information because there's a database of all the Nigerians that are in Lagos. So the second thing after understanding the fundamentals is develop technical skills in data collection, data wrangling, data exploration, data cleaning, and data preparation. And I didn't just say this as no, give you an example of how this worked. And then the third thing is I told you guys, begin to work on projects. As you are learning with us, begin to work on projects, begin to build your portfolio. And I showed you a couple of places where you can get data sets for free. Kaggle.com, marvinanalytics.io, Stack Overflow, you can have conversations with people. And I said I was going to drop more names if I, remember. Okay. And I said that we have someone who is working with Microsoft who is going to be here to talk to you guys how to build a portfolio as a data analyst. All right. And then after that, we talked about problem solving skills. And I said the lady who is going to be teaching you about problem solving worked with the Kaduna state government or the Katsina state government, not sure which, but one of those governments, and got a scholarship to go study in the UK and became a Commonwealth scholar. So she's going to be coming to teach you about the problem solving skills. And I say that this is the one thing that is going to differentiate you today and someone who does not know how to solve problems. You are going to be so much valued as a problem solver. And then number five, I talked about experience. And I said in the health tech is look, we do a lot about internship. I mentioned different companies were setting up, people we are collaborating with, and I said look out for our social media handles. And then I talked about networking. Anytime we have programs, join, contribute. And I spoke to you guys about the person we brought recently into one of our platforms, someone who has worked with a space agency and introduced to us for the first time what is called space tech. Some of you think that working with NASA, working with the Nigerian Space Agency or the South African Space Agency or Ghanaian Space Agency or going to space, that these are things that you can't do. It's because you have not seen people in those sectors coming up to talk to you. But we brought up these kind of people and introduced them to you. Last year, around December, we brought in someone from the Lansing Council, right? And this man, Dr. Jeffrey, worked with the Lansing Council. He worked with the mayor of Lansing in the US. He was one of those that spoke to our students who graduated from the 3MTT program by the federal government. And in the process of speaking, he donated $200 to two of our students. Tell me which platform can do that? Invite high level people to come and encourage students and talk to them about opportunities outside their space. It can only happen here, guys. And we are always very proud to talk about these things. And we want you to choose to learn with us. And when I also talked about certifications, I gave you the example between certifications and certificates. If you can afford it, pay, write exams, stand out. In the health service, we're going to offer you certificates as well. And lastly, I spoke about applying for jobs and the need for you to keep learning. I'm running a master's degree program now, not because I didn't know what to use my money for, or I don't know what to use my time for, but because I have to keep learning. I have to keep learning. There are some students that have always tried to come back. They keep enrolling in one of our programs. We have given awards to some of those students because they trust us enough to keep learning with us. So I'm going to allow you to ask questions now if you have. And I'm just opening something here. Last year, last year I wrote a book. I wrote a book about tech clarity, and you can order that book online, right? This book will support your. Can someone read what's there, please? Let me be sure I'm still with you guys here.
This book will support your
Please,
journey to succeed in tech.
Exactly. So you can go through. I wrote down not just about data analytics. I wrote down every single path that there is to take in the tech space. I wrote it down in this book. And not just me, there are more than 5 people in Nigeria, in the US, in the UK who have also contributed to this book, telling you different stories about how they succeeded in the book. You can get your e-copy. You can order for those, if you're in Nigeria, you can order the hard copy. All right. You can also read. These are the contents of the book, right? You can read. I don't know how many of you are interested in getting this book. You have every single thing there is, all the platforms you need to join, over 100 companies that are. Somebody was complaining that there are no companies hiring remotely. I have in this book published over 100 companies that hire remote workers. I have in this book written international organizations you need to join, that you can be asking, connect with people, network with them. I have posted 30 websites where you can get remote job. I've posted websites where you can get jobs. If you're in Canada, places where you can get jobs in Canada. If you're in the UK, there are companies that I have published that are always sponsoring visas, even for those who are outside the UK. I've spoke about what a CV looks like, what a good LinkedIn looks like to attract recruiters, how you can set up your GitHub profile. So this book is a one in a million. It's the only book right now in the tech space. I can't see anyone in Nigeria. That's me, the most handsome trainer you can ever meet, by the way. Um, I've written a lot of things about me as well in the book. This is me in Philadelphia. I went to visit some of my friends. This is the person I was speaking to you that donated to our student $200. He's working with the mayor of council, mayor of Lansing. There's so much about this book. Just let me copy this and put it in the comment section. You can order your copy and it will be sent to you wherever you are. If you are in Nigeria, if you're outside, you can get the e-copy as well. No, 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 it's not $500, brother. Malaki, go and read. It's not even up to that amount. Okay, so in the bid to end this section now, I need to read from the comment section. Mention just one thing. I have a gift for any of you that will contribute. I could send a e-copy of the book, e-copy of one of our free books to you, right? Let me just get, what is the one thing that you learned in class today in terms of the questions I've been able to answer, the steps of becoming a data analyst I've been able to respond to. What is the one thing? Okay, there's a question
Well,
in. Before
yeah,
I
I've
attend to questions, you can write your questions in the comment section. But right now I want to hear if I have been wasting my time or not. I want to know what is the one thing that you've learned in this class.
yes, I want to start
Okay.
by my name is Emmanuel. I want to start by appreciating you for this wonderful class. Since you said only one thing, because I've learned so many things, and one of the things I've learned is that you've been able to, to drive away the fear that AI is taking over the system, no job for data analysts, and so on and so forth. From what
Yes,
we have discussed so far, I now understand that what AI has come to do is to aid us. All we need to do is to develop ourselves, and then we'll be the one using the AI as tools. AI cannot replace us if we develop
exactly,
ourselves and know how to use it. Yes, it will enhance our work as a matter of fact.
exactly, exactly. Okay, thank you very much. Who else, please? I'm going to drop the link to this live session in case anyone wants to hop in and share what they think as well. So check the comment for the link. So who else, please? What did you learn?
Okay. My name is Mukuri. So yeah, what I've
Mm,
learned so far is actually the fear, because I was really scared of being a data analyst. I've always had this thinking I want to for years now. So one
Mm-hmm.
thing I've really learned about the whole class, apart from the fear, developing technical skills like data collection, data exploration, and the rest. So that is one thing I've really considered going into and improving on that.
Okay, awesome. All right. Who else?
Okay.
Okay, this is Mfonje.
But
I want
Who is
to
talking? Okay,
I
James.
want
All right, go
to
ahead.
thank you most especially Mfonje. Yeah, yeah. I want to thank you most especially for the opportunity for setting up this meeting and taking your time to go through one thing at a time. I was always scared of getting involved with data analysis or analytics because of what you hear people say. Sometimes when you go online, you try to do some research on your own, and sometimes you don't get a point of what you're looking for. But listening to you for the past 1 hour, 30 minutes or more, the way you talk with confidence and the things you say, how you say them, your explanation to each things you mentioned, like when you said something about data collection, data exploration, data cleaning and preparation, and all that. Like number three, you said something about work on projects and all those things. So these are the things that we know that I know that if we go one after the other, I personally, I will be able to get to where I am going to. So that is what I have learned, giving me the confidence to go into data analysis and to learn and to understand what I'm doing. So I want to thank you most especially, if not for anything, for giving me the confidence to even wake up in the morning and say, okay, this is what I want to do, and I am convinced. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. That was a really, really. I feel you. I understand you. I appreciate. Thank you very much. Um,
Thank you,
and
sir.
just like I said, every
Okay.
single person, every single
Godwin.
person here, every single person that is going to be teaching you, we are not um we are not saying that there are no challenges. Yes, there are challenges, but we've been able to overcome those challenges. And because we have been able to overcome those challenges, it makes it easier for us to share what we've experienced overcoming those challenges, especially in the whole area of AI and stuff. You can learn AI. I see that comment in, and if I have the time when I'm teaching Excel, if any of you remind me, I will teach you even how to use AI in the Microsoft Excel. It's that easy, right? But you need to understand the foundation. Anyway, let me listen to the rest of you. Who
All right.
else?
This is Godwin.
Okay.
Thank you data analytics training, and I will say that good clarity and explanation to what to expect and how to travel down the route to becoming a seasoned data analytics. So, for what you have taken your time to explain, it has eroded actually the fear I had with the skill itself as data analysis skill
Mm-hmm.
itself, and rather it opened my eyes to see what my challenges will be at actually getting that skill. And what are the challenges? I have to be open. I was following trends through your screen when you share those screens, and at every time you want to data, I understand that number one, that for your person you are using a specialized system, and so Microsoft 365, and I know those applications, web applications or softwares. So it tells me that, first of all, for me to be able to follow through, I should have a system that has the following functions.
Okay, I don't know. Can you guys see here, Mr. Can you guys see here him?
No, we are not hearing him anymore. Not here.
No.
Okay, his network is bad. But
Capacity.
let's get to. Thank you very much. I hope I heard a greater part of what you said about the confidence that I've been able to give you, and the fact that you've known a couple of things, but you've had that confidence to grow. God one, thank you, thank you so much. Let's get to hear from a lady or someone who identifies as one. Any lady in the house or someone? Before I read the comments, I'm going to put the comments in this on the screen. Anyone want to share? Any lady in the house?
Yes, yes, please. Good evening. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can't hear you. I hope you are not sitting on your bed. Who is that, please?
Rachel,
Okay,
Rachel,
let's
yes.
hear you, Rachel. Can you be louder a little bit, please?
Okay. Thank you very much for this
Oh,
session.
brother.
Yes, I really appreciate the fact where you instill confidence in us and all of that. But most especially, I really appreciate the part where you made us understand that as a data analyst, we can actually be solving problems, solving
Mhm.
organizations' problems. So that part actually makes me feel like, okay, I can be something different. I can become something, unique. I can become that very rare um, talent, something different. And I think I really love that part because I would like to see myself in not just being the so many data analysts out there, but the one with the skills that can really make the difference. That yes, that can really make the difference, being able to solve problems.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you so much. And just to authenticate what she said, just to say that your primary role as a data analyst is not to use Microsoft Excel, tableau, Power BI, all those tools. All of that. That is not what makes you a data analyst. Are you hearing me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, I'm saying that your primary role as a data analyst is not to use Microsoft Excel, Tableau, Power BI, all those tools. That's not your primary role. That's not why companies are going to hire you or will hire you. Your primary role as a data analyst is to know how to solve problems. Okay? Guess what? If you are a chef, is your primary role how to put the right proportion of Maggi, cubes, salt, meat, chicken, or whatever? Is that your role? Is that like the reason why you were hired? If you are a chef, just imagine you are a chef. Is that the reason why you were hired as a chef? To know how to use or put a Maggi, salt, or any of those things inside a pot of soup or plate. Is that the reason why you were hired?
No.
No, that's not why you are going to be
No.
hired as a chef. Your primary responsibility as a chef, the person who hired you simply wants to eat good food. That's it. And because it is only you that know how to prepare this good food, what are you going to do? Put your meat properly. You spice your food properly. You don't put too much salt. You don't put too much pepper. You don't put too much tomatoes. You don't put too much green beans and all of those things. It is only you that know how to use the tools. At the end of the day, when the person tastes your meal, say, "Wow, Bello, this is nice." The person will keep appreciating the end point of what you're doing. Meanwhile, you are the only person that knows how to make that soup appear the way the person wants. You are the only one that can solve that taste problem. But as a data analyst, you are solving a business problem, a company problem. And that is where you need to focus your life on. Because guess what? AI is already going to be using the tools already. But if you don't know how to solve the problem, how are you going to even leverage AI in the first place? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to be an excellent problem solver. Some of you right here already have the talent to solve problems for your friends, and they are not paying you anything. Carry that talent, go where they are going to pay you and use it well. So I'm going to go through the comments, these contributions made in the comments. I'm going to thank all of you for it. So we have, okay, if you have any question, please, you can ask now while I go through the comments. I'll just be showing them on the screen while you ask your questions. So I'm going to take through all the comments here. This is the first thing. Please, if you want a copy of the book, just go to the link on the screen. You can drop it in the Facebook, in your WhatsApp groups or Telegram group. You can drop it there.
So please, can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Okay, my question is very simple. What is the minimum specification of a laptop that is required for one to actually succeed at this data analytics training and then skill?
Okay, just make sure you have your. Thank you, Ibrahim. I'm going through the comments. I'm just going to post them on the screen. Yeah, to answer that, it's simple. Just get Core i3, from Core i3, Core i5, Core i7. Get at least RAM size of 4. Okay, we're going to tell you other things, and make sure that you have Windows 10. Your Microsoft Excel should be the latest version, like the most recent. Don't use Microsoft from 2003. Try to install the ones from 2016. Okay, 2016 and above. Those are the system specifications. But we always have, when we start the program proper, we always have, before we start the Excel class, we always have a section where we talk to you about laptop specifications. So thanks. That's a very good question. Any other question?
Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome. Okay, there are no questions. I hope that we see you in the next class while I go through the comments and show them on the screen. I hope that you attend the next class. Try to be there on time. We may still use StreamYard or we may use Google Meet. We have I believe that those who stay till this time are those who are serious with the career path and they are willing to put in the work. And I'm happy to be on a journey with those kind of people.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. David. We can go now.
Yes, yes.
We deeply appreciate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, guys.